my drop top, who's in the streets.
This is U.S. Senator John Ossoff.
Hey, Atlanta, this is Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones.
The new Shelley Winter Show here on WSB Radio, weeknights from 7 to 10 p.m.
Keep up the good work, Shelley.
All people that love the truth got to be happy if the truth coming out and lies is getting exposed. That's just what time it is. 2024, folks.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Shelley Winter Show. I know I didn't come in like my same excited self. We've got a lot to talk about. A lot of stories. We're going to get to them all on this Valentine's. Is it Valentine Day or Valentine's Day? What do you...
Valentine's with an S.
With an apostrophe S, right? But I hear people say Valentine Day. I've heard that. I've seen that written. I say Valentine's Day, apostrophe S.
Apostrophe S.
Okay, so happy Valentine's Day to everybody listening. God bless you all. But I want to start here, my friends. I have been doing talk radio for a while, for years now, and I love it. Okay, love it. Emphatically, I wake up in the morning, I can't wait to get to this station, right? But the last 48 hours, I felt, I just had this spirit. I'm like, again? And I didn't know where it was coming from. Right? And it's not here. It has nothing to do with the place. It's just, I just had this spirit about me. It has nothing to do with Valentine's Day. I got flowers sent to me. I'm going home to a nice Valentine's Day night dinner. So it's not that. It's just the last couple days, all right? I've had this blah feeling. And so this afternoon, I couldn't put my finger on it. And I don't like to feel that way because I love what I do. I absolutely, positively love what I do. So I get really nervous when I kind of, and it's never, I got nervous, I should say, because it's never really happened to me because I'm always so enthusiastic to go into work because it's what I love to do. I love this job. I love doing this. And so I was nervous. I didn't know what was going on. And so I thought about it, and I was sitting in the VIP section, and let me rewind a little bit so I can catch you up and give you the full story. I have in my life 3 dear brothers and friends. They're very good friends. I've known them 20 plus years. And every day, 1, 2, or 3 of them will call me up or text me and say, "Did you see this?" They're like associate producers of the Shelley Winter Show, and they've been this way at all my radio stops, right? And I trust them. They're news hawks, news junkies, news. Just like me. We love the news. We all grew up the same way, reading newspapers in our individual towns where we grew up, separate. We didn't know each other, but that's what's brought us together. And so every day, maybe I'll get a story sent to me or a call. Did you hear this? Did you hear this? Did you hear this? So this morning, I get the call, and it's the Matt Taibbi. I don't know if you guys have heard this, but Matt Taibbi dropped on Public, which is a kind of a Reddit or Substack kind of site, a whole article, and he did a live feed about Russiagate. Breaking down information that's being declassified from the CIA that Obama was involved in getting the Five Eyes, which are the 5 intelligence agencies, Australia and other countries, to follow and track 26 Trump associates while Trump was running for office. So this is huge news. Right? And so I'm reading up on it. I'm studying what happened. I'm studying what they put out there, and I'm ready to talk about it. I'm ready to get more information. I'm ready to go down a rabbit hole. And then around 12 noon, 12:30-ish, I hear on the news, breaking news, Mike Turner, chair of the Intelligence Committee. It's breaking news, serious national security threat. Jake Sullivan's going to give us a press briefing. And I'm like, oh, my God, a serious national security threat. Oh, my God, what's going on? And then you see all the speculations. Is it about the Chinese nationals crossing the border? Is it about Russian ICBMs? What is it? No one's talking, and we're all sitting. I got here early in the afternoon, and I'm sitting at my computer, and I'm waiting for Jake Sullivan to tell us what this serious national security threat that we've all got to hear about. And then just like that, in a blink of an eye, everybody pivoted from that to the shooting in Kansas City during the Kansas City Chiefs parade, after the Kansas City Chiefs parade. And then all of a sudden, the serious national security threat just went away. Just went away. You fired up a whole country about a serious national security threat that deserves the attention of Congress. And the president has to say something. And Jake Sullivan, he's got to talk about it because we have to know what's going on. And it just went away. And as soon as I heard there was a shooting in Kansas City at the end of the Chiefs parade, I thought to myself, well, I know what that's all about. Somebody had on red, someone had on blue. Someone stepped on someone's shoe. It wasn't terrorism, it wasn't anything else. It was, let's be frank, hood stuff. It's Kansas City. I know what Kansas City's about. But the news network stayed on it for hours, showing just images of police lounging around and firefighters walking to and fro. And I'm waiting. I'm like, dude, I know what happened. I can tell you right now. Why don't you bring me on there? I can tell you just exactly what happened. Two brothers ran into each other and they fired off. I know that's what happened. I'm telling you. But I'm thinking to myself, what happened to the serious national security threat? And that's what demoralized me, because I realized, I said, am I part of this business that gets people fired up and scared only to move them to another scary situation? Large crowd of people, shots fired. Let's cover that for hours. And then an hour into the Chiefs shooting here locally, 4 students are shot at Benjamin Mays when they're leaving school. And that's the big story locally. And I'm thinking, what's going on here? What happened to the serious national security threat? And that's when I started to feel demoralized, because I was thinking to myself, am I part of this thing we call the media, where all we do is just fearmonger? I come on the air every night and tell you our president of the United States is demented. We better not elect him again, or it's going to be bad. America's going to go into the toilet. Fear, 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 fear. The other side saying, oh, we can't have Trump. It's going to be horrible if Trump's president. Fear, 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 fear. Shooting, shooting, shooting. Death, death, death. And I thought to myself, I don't know. Is this what I want to, this is what it is? Am I going to be on my deathbed one day? And am I going to say I was on the radio? Or am I going to say all I did was fearmonger? I told people the Republicans were good and the Democrats were bad. And I cracked some jokes in between. And I thought, is this what it is? Am I changing anybody's life? Am I helping some kid get better in school? Am I helping some mom who may be struggling with 2 or 3 kids and she can't make ends meet? Am I helping her? Am I helping feed some homeless person who can't eat and is going to starve tonight if he doesn't get a meal? Am I helping that person, or am I just getting on the radio telling you Biden bad, Trump good, Democrats bad, Republicans good, death, 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 destruction, 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 mayhem, mayhem, mayhem? Am I a part of that? And how much do I want to be a part of that? Is this going to be my legacy? I just don't know. I really don't. I don't know if that's all you guys want. People will say, hey, Shelley, you're on the radio. Be entertaining and informative. What does that really mean? Sometimes informative is entertaining to a lot of people. Sometimes jokes are not entertaining to people, especially if they're not funny. I just don't know. And that's why I felt the last 48 hours just coming in. Like, what am I doing? I'm not going anywhere. I'm not planning on going anywhere. I'm not trying to go anywhere. I love it here. But I had to come to Jesus meeting with myself and, of course, Jesus. And I realized there's got to be more than just death and destruction and mayhem and shootings and crying and pain. It's got to be a better way of informing people about the other things going on. I don't know if that's what you want as a listener. I don't know if that's what you crave. I just don't know. We don't know. None of us knows. They can take a poll and say, oh, I want politics all day long. Oh, I want entertainment all day long. Oh, I want a mix of both. No one really knows. Because on any given day, you might want something different. And I was demoralized. I'll get better, but probably before the end of the night, I'll feel better. But I got to tell you, it was tough when you start to look into yourself and you say, what am I doing with my life? It's the Shelley Winter Show, 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB-TALK. When we come back, we're going to talk about New York, these special elections in New York and here. It's the Shelley Winter Show.